What's up, guys? This is Poopigenz here. Uh, and we're playing a game called Dead Cells. Never played this on the channel before. I'm back, as you can see, after so many years. I mean, I got nothing else to do. I'm stuck in here. Okay, if you're confused on why the items are different now, I actually had to restart like 3 times because I kept getting Spartan sandals. And basically what Spartan sandals is you kick, and that's the whole weapon. Alright, if you're confused on oh my god. And I bought it because I didn't know what it was. But anyway, you're gonna learn that I'm really bad at this game. So don't expect anything, you know, just because I'm maybe a little bit older doesn't mean I've gotten any better at anything. Wait, am I playing on hard mode? I think this is hard mode. I might want to go ahead and change that. After every stage you'll get like health. You'll get your health back. And in the hard mode, which is what this is, I can change it here. Look, it says reduces the number of health fountains. So basically, this game's already hard, but it just makes it mega hard. Alright, well, the good thing is it didn't want me to pick up Spartan sandals again, so that's good. But at least I have 2 good weapons. I'm hoping this first run goes good. This is a roguelike, by the way. I probably should have told you that. But you all already know I'm terrible at structuring a video. I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade upgrade brutality. I usually do like brutality, like I have 2 more brutality points than tactics. Brutality is for like the melee weapons, and the tactics are for like for projectiles. I think they may be for some melee weapons, but I don't know. I haven't played this game enough to know. I really like this game. I've been playing it a while now, but it didn't really cross my mind to do a video until now. I mean, I've been up here for who knows how long. I like forgot what fresh air smelled like. Like I went outside on a walk today, and I was like, dang. Okay, so this is obviously the most annoying enemy right here. So should be an open door now. Yep. Oh, that was close. Good thing I have this frickin' mega sword. If you ever play this game, best tip is get the item randomizer. God, I can't talk. Get the item randomizer as soon as you can, because it'll give you. Sometimes you get weapons like this, and once you upgrade your strength and stuff like that, they just get really powerful, and you can be really powerful at the beginning of a run too. I should not have gotten hit by that. Yeah, so again, usually what I do is I'll have 3 brutality and 1 tactics, but then I'll start upgrading tactics, then brutality, and tactics, then brutality. So I'll have normally 2 more brutality than tactics, but I usually, sometimes I'll do an all tactics run, but I'll never do an all brutality run. The thing about all brutality is like some enemies just have this, like, when you get later on in the game, there'll be enemies that if you hit with a sword, it hurts you, that kind of thing. So, you know, I'm debating whether to go down to the sewers or to just go to the promenade. Sometimes I say pomade by accident. It's kind of funny. I'm going to the pomade of the undead. It's just a bunch of zombies walking around with like really cool hair. I might actually trade this out for this, because that has full brutality, and this is long range, and I really like this weapon. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go to the promenade because it's like the first area you get to. Normally you don't really go to the toxic sewers because it's kind of harder. And I think since this is the first run, I'll do the promenade. the condemned. It's not the undead, by the way. Sometimes I say pomade of the undead. Also, that corpse has been there for like so long. I have actually, by some luck, gotten to the final boss of this game and killed him. And it's because for some reason my character had like so much power. It wasn't even funny. And I've been told that I should be upgrading a ton of like survival, but I feel like, I don't know, dude. I kind of like the damage, and if enemies do more damage to me, I don't know, dude. That might be fine. I don't really like the ice crossbow. I might honestly go with the frost blast, because the frost blast is kind of broken in my opinion. But anyway, I think we're gonna go to Promenade of the Condemned, and having the frost blast is very ideal for this level. Not saying I know anything, but you know. I took hard away because I tried playing this on hard and it's completely terrible. Plus 30 damage to a bleeding target. Upgraded to plus quality. 50 damage to a poison target. What if, can I get this to be poison? I'll do plus damage to a frozen target. This game is really tough because, I mean, it's not that bad once you figure out how to dodge the enemies, but once new enemies get introduced, it's kind of just really hard. And plus, since I only upgrade like, since I only upgrade brutality and tactics, the enemies get tougher and they hit harder and stuff like that. But I kind of like it because I have more strength, and I don't really like to upgrade survival because I'd like to get really good at dodging and stuff like that. This is the best part of the game in my opinion. You know, just running up this wall for like 2 hours. Oh look, there's a gem. 300 bucks. Alright, so now this is what I was talking about. Now we upgrade tactics, and then we'll upgrade brutality, and we'll always have like 2 brutality over the tactics. See, I think the key may be like through this time door, but I always take my time on like the first location so I can get as many of those upgrade scrolls as possible. And anyway, yeah, with the freezing, like, you can just go over here. He's completely frozen. And now, I'll upgrade survival, you know, just cause. Especially with these guys. These guys, they kind of teleport to you and attack you over and over again. So if you don't have the freeze, it's kind of tough to deal with them if you don't have like a really OP weapon or something. Okay, so the thing with the hard difficulty is that if you have the hard difficulty, you can open the doors like these and they give you extra stuff. But honestly, I don't really think it's worth it for what you have to go through. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, here's the perfect combo right here. Ready for this? Look at that. I will be returning to the Binding of Isaac as well, but I think what I'm going to do for the Binding of Isaac is I'm going to actually play the original, because I have played the original, but I was really bad at it, and once I got Rebirth, I started being able to actually, you know, kill enemies. Because you know, when you start the game, and there's that weird WASD combined with arrow keys combination, and it's you kind of really disorients you when you move. That's how I was at the start, and I couldn't like move around like good enough to kill enemies like efficiently. So once I got into Rebirth, I started learning how to do that. And when the expansions came out, you know, I started getting better at doing that. But I think I'm gonna actually go back to the original, and I'm gonna finish what I started in that game, and then we'll go through to Afterbirth Plus and hopefully Repentance when it comes out. Ow. Okay, so in this area, there are indestructible enemies. So when you get the indestructible enemies, you have to destroy like a little wooden thing. and basically they will not be indestructible anymore. But the thing I find unfair about it is that sometimes there'll be like a ton of enemies before the thing and you have to roll through them, and those big guys with the swords just teleport toward you. So if you get caught in the middle of a bunch of invincible enemies, there's really not much you can do unless you have the freezing thing, which is another reason why I picked this up. And I would go with the throwing knife, but I would go with the throwing knife. But again, the Frost Blast is really good, and I don't like have the, what do you call them? I don't have those things on the weapons that say, oh, plus this amount of damage to a bleeding target. So it would kind of be useless. The best part about the throwing knife is that it's not really strong when you first get it, but if you apply those little things to the weapons, you can have a run where you're just massacring things. I had this run where I had like one of those modifiers on one of the weapons, and one of the modifiers was that the bleeding spread, but also my sword could do more damage to a bleeding target. So I would throw a throwing knife at an enemy, it would bleed, then it would spread to 5 other enemies down on the other floor, they would continually bleed, and I'd be able to go and one-hit them all, and I couldn't get hit. And I think was that the run? I don't know, that might have been the run where I beat the final boss, but I don't remember. I remember getting really lucky somehow, and because I was about to die at the end. But all I know is the amount of times I've tried now, I can't really beat. Oh wow, that was bad. Out of the amount of times I've tried now, I can never really beat the final boss, and the final area is also brutal by itself. Scoop, scoop. Okay, so those guys. Oh, yep. Those guys are indestructible. Ow. See, you kind of can't just hit them, and it's really frustrating when they're invincible. It's okay though. I think I'm gonna gear following videos to more like roguelike games. Unless, like, I get a game that's really requested, like a game that, like a story-driven game, I'll play it. But I kind of like these games where you just go through and it's like, you know, because then I can kind of talk over it and it's not annoying. Also, if you guys could request discussion topics for videos where like maybe Isaac, if I'm in a run where I don't really need to pay attention that much, if I'm like super powerful, if you could give me maybe some discussion topics that I could talk about, would be cool. Okay, so here we have a bunch of invincible enemies. Now if there were like sword guys there, they would have followed me up there and I would have had like 5 guys killing me. You never appreciate these. Oh my god, see what I mean? I tried to scratch my chin, that guy started kicking the crap out of me. You never appreciate how good that weapon randomizer is at the start of the game until you get these items that do like so much damage. The normal sword, I remember it taking like 4 or 5 hits to kill one enemy or something like that when you got here. And I would die a lot. But now, I don't know. I am not going to the ossuary. There's no way. I don't know where that level was, but I think I'm gonna go to the prison depths this time, because I have been there like once, maybe? And now we have the health flask 4. Alright, we're gonna upgrade this to plus quality. Sometimes I overlook the traps, and I think that's one of my biggest mistakes in this game. We're gonna go with combo. Necromancy really helps. I don't remember this place being too bad. I think there may be... I think it was weird because I think there was like some... like most of it was normal enemies, but there'd be like a really hard enemy sometimes. Like that guy. He's not even though... He's not really that bad though because I have the whole freezing thing. I can just freeze them where they stand. Take care of that guy. Oop. And now I'm all set. Oh, okay. Okay, so some enemies will like smoke out. Okay, that guy's really dangerous if you let him hit you. But some enemies, there are these enemies that like, yeah, cloud your vision, so you can't see the other enemies. And I don't know where this guy is. Oh, he's over there. Okay, yep, okay. I do not want to get hit by him. Alright, doors open. We're finally gonna kill this goober. It's abstracting our vision. Alright, you're gone. Get out, man. I don't really use the traps on regular enemies because I like to save them for when... Is this better than what I have? No. I like to save them for when, like, there's a boss or something that was close. Especially like that big guy you fight. I don't remember his name, but there's a really big guy you fight. If you were to take that other path that was in the promenade, you fight this really big guy, and he's really hard to like. He's really hard to hit if you don't trap him. The boss that happens down here, as far as I know, you can't really use the traps against him because he like moves around a lot. So I'll see what I can do. I've never beaten the boss that is down here. I've only ever gone through the I think it's called the concierge. Don't even know if I pronounced that right. I'm a bit stupid. Okay, this was the guy that I was talking about that's really tough to kill. And spawns a ton of these dudes. Okay, just freeze everything. Freeze everything. Freeze everything. Nothing's ever frozen enough. They can always be frozen more. Nope. Okay, and that's the other reason why I picked up the freezing thing, because since I'm not upgrading survival that much, if these enemies like hit me really good, it takes away like a giant portion of my health. Like you saw that. It's not fun. Every time I get the ice thing, I'll always pick it up. Okay. Freeze everything. Nothing can ever be too frozen. Man, I'm so poor. Okay, you see what happens when you go when you don't freeze those guys? Okay, well that's it for this episode, I think. That was just the start to what I'm gonna be doing more these days, I guess. I don't know. I'll see if you guys like it. Unless you want me to play more story-driven games, I guess I'll do that. But I'll try to figure out some cool discussion topics if I ever get a run where I don't really need to pay attention or I don't really need to talk about it. But I suspect I will be uploading more because kind of just stuck here all day. No school anymore. There is work, but you know, it's not nearly as long as school would be. So it's basically just like the amount of homework you get from a day of school is the amount of work I have to do a day. So I'll be seeing you guys more often, I guess. Alright. What was my outro again?